Welcome to the Battle Drill Devotional Podcast with Captain Rob Westwood-Payne.
Today is Tuesday, the 10th of October. This week on the Battle Drill Daily Devotionals podcast, we explore what it means to be truly happy. Often the so-called Beatitudes at the beginning of Jesus' Sermon on the Mount are seen as the demands of the kingdom. In other words, be poor in spirit, be mournful, be humble, and so on, and God will be pleased with you and allow you to enter his kingdom. But the Beatitudes are more like words of grace. The word often translated as blessed in this passage can be better translated as, oh, how happy. Jesus is saying those who are made happy by God realize their need for him, are comforted by him, and will inherit the earth, and so on. So this week, we focus on what it looks like to be made happy by God. Each weekday, we share hope and encouragement as we read and study the Bible together. Our Bible reading is Matthew chapter 5 and verses 1 to 12, again from the Good News translation. The Sermon on the Mount. Jesus saw the crowds and went up a hill where he sat down. His disciples gathered round him, and he began to teach them. Happy are those who know they are spiritually poor. The kingdom of heaven belongs to them. Happy are those who mourn. God will comfort them. Happy are those who are humble. They will receive what God has promised. Happy are those whose greatest desire is to do what God requires. God will satisfy them fully. Happy are those who are merciful to others. God will be merciful to them. Happy are the pure in heart. They will see God. Happy are those who work for peace. God will call them his children. Happy are those who are persecuted because they do what God requires. The kingdom of heaven belongs to them. Happy are you when people insult you and persecute you and tell all kinds of evil lies against you because you are my followers. Be happy and glad, for a great reward is kept for you in heaven. This is how the prophets who lived before you were persecuted. Amen. What do you think of when you read or hear the word meek? You might be tempted to think of the archetypal 97-pound weakling who usually appears in contrast to a muscly hero. Think Charles Atlas or Captain America. We often mistake meekness for weakness. But meekness did not equal weakness in the biblical world. The Greek word for meekness actually means strength under control. It would be used to describe a wild stallion brought under control. Happiness does not come from being weak, but someone who is meek can be made happy by God because they put their trust in him rather than in their own strength. Relying on our own skills and abilities to navigate life simply leads to stress. Happy people let go and let God. They agree to letting God fulfill his purpose for their lives. As we practice meekness, it relieves stress and worry. Now that sounds like a recipe for happiness to me. As you reflect on these thoughts today, these questions may help you dive a little deeper into them. What aspect of your life do you need to surrender to God? And can you see how that might make you happier? I'll hope you join me tomorrow for another Battle Drill Daily Devotional as we try to understand why forgiveness is the key to happiness.
If you would like to subscribe to Captain Rob's Battle Drill Devotional, wherever you choose to listen to podcasts, or if you'd like to receive them direct to your inbox, head to www.equippinghispeople.com/devotional and follow the instructions.